Hello everyone, welcome to Naomi's Bookshelf. Today we're going to start, I guess, my first vlog of August. So one thing I have noticed is that when I vlog for like a month like Jane Austen July, or for the whole of July, because I didn't just read Jane Austen books, I tend to the next week literally be like, I want to vlog again. So we're gonna do that because I do really enjoy vlogging. So I'm gonna actually try to do that for all of August and see how that goes. But the reason I'm kind of jumping in here is because so last week's vlog, I ended up having really poor sleep, and so that ended up really poorly impacting me on the Sunday, which was yesterday. However, I managed to get a lot of rest in, a lot of solid, I don't know, quality eye closed time. But I am now like in the mood to read, and on top of that, I have a brand new TBR for August, which is my TBR Clue TBR Clue for August. I need to learn how to speak English again. This has been a problem for the last few videos. Anyways, so I am really wanting to jump into what I have like on the go. And I think this is a great time to like do a reading vlog for today and the week, because I have a feeling I'm gonna wanna have some break from reality into books. So today it's, let's see, 12:30, and I am now ready to start reading. I had a sleep in, which was really nice. It's been a very long time since I've been able to sleep in. Clearly I was tired, but now I'm ready to jump into the books for my August TBR. So the first thing I would like to get through is this one. Since I have enough brain power, these are little stories about like mysteries, and you have to like solve them. They're like 3 or 4 page mysteries. So you just kind of read them and then you answer the question at the end. So like this one, the last question is, who killed Mrs. Peacock? So you have to read the whole story and try to figure it out. I like doing that, but I need the brain power. So I'm gonna try doing it today while I have the brain power. Then I also really need to get on to Rainbow Valley, because I wasn't able to get to it last month. So I am going to push on to this. It's the one of the few books I really regret not finishing in July, and I really wish I had the ability to finish. So it's not a long book. I am going to be reading this one, and then if I am in the mood, I might just go straight to the sequel, which is Rilla of Ingleside, and finish off the Anne series right away, the Anne of Green Gables series by Elle Montgomery. But Rainbow Valley is my priority today. Also, I would really like to read in my Agatha Christie for the month. I think I just want to start off on that, and I'm gonna try reading Destination Unknown today. It's tiny, and maybe I should preface this by saying I can, if I'm in a good headspace and a good physical headspace, because of my migraines, I can read 100 pages in 30 minutes. So this is not unachievable for all today, but I'm hoping it's a stat, so I'm able to like, you know, take it easy. So I would really like to get to this one. I don't know anything about it. I just know there's no one who's like a main detective in here. So like no Poirot or Marple. And this one is about a woman named Hilary, according to the back, who is in Morocco and meets her husband or something. And the husband is in quotations on the back. So I don't know, but I'm really excited to read this one for the Read Christie 2022. This is their book that they've decided for their like book club for the month or whatever. So I'm gonna try this one. This cover, literally though, it's like this face, these whatever these are, this frog. I'm like, this cover's creepy, honestly. So that's kind of what I would like to do today. I also have one other sequel which I need to get to before I get to my TBR Clue books, which is The Silver Chair. So I am doing the read along of Narnia, and I did not get to Silver Chair in July, which is fine. It's not like I needed to, except for my own benefit. But because of that, and because my next month's TBR, because of August TBR having The Magician's Nephew and The Horse and His Boy on there instead of The Silver Chair, I would like to read The Silver Chair today. And I'm reading them in this big edition where they have like these amazing maps and pictures and stuff. So the one for The Silver Chair, we are going to meet another, I keep saying favorite character. It's not that many favorite characters. Literally my 3 favorite characters I think in this entire series of Narnia is Edmund, Reaper Cheap, and Puddle Glum, who we meet in this one. So this is the map for the silver chair. Yeah, I'm just so excited to meet Puddle Glum. He is such an Eeyore-like person, and I love him to death. So I'm excited to reread The Silver Chair, and I'm hoping I can get to that today, along with the other 3 books I mentioned. So this is my like top priority, plus The Silver Chair, and then maybe I'll be able to actually be like, I don't know, making progress, keeping up to date, and then I would love to actually finish my entire TBR for the month of August, like for TBR Clue, by Sunday. That's my goal, because I would like to do an ARC reading vlog next week. And then after that's Fostathon. So I am just like, maybe if I can get a bunch of these knocked out, I can actually, you know, get things done. So this is my priority for today, but we'll see how it goes and I'll let you know. So it is later in the day. It's like 6, no, it's not 6, it's like 7:45. But I have finished 2 books. So the first one I finished was Booby Trapped. I just figured this would be a great one. And honestly, these are just so over the top and just so funny. I know they're meant for kids, but like there's murder in them. It's just like, or attempted murder. And it's just like so funny to me how different things in here are. Like the characters are so over the top, and literally in one scene or like one of these chapters, Mrs. White has a wrench around her on her necklace. Like she has the weapon, the wrench, just hanging around her neck, like, you know, a necklace. They're just so over the top, but I love this experience of reading them. So 4 stars, really enjoyable, and I thoroughly enjoy trying to figure out who done it. Obviously they're not massively difficult because they are meant for kids, but at the same time, it's like I'm revisiting my childhood every time I read one of these. And like I said, they're kind of strange. Like, honestly, a wrench around your neck, Mrs. White? But I really enjoyed this one. The other one that I read, I didn't enjoy so much, which is Rainbow Valley by Elle Montgomery. This one, I'm giving 3 stars. There are some things I really enjoyed about this. I really enjoyed the Meredith children. So in this one, you have, I'm going to be talking kind of spoilers. Maybe not direct spoilers, so that should be okay. I'm going to try to avoid naming things. But anyways, in this one, you have the Meredith children, who are the new Reverend's children. And you also have Anne's children, and they are becoming friends. They have this spot called Rainbow Valley, which is where they spend all their time together. And I really enjoyed them as a group of friends. I really enjoyed a lot of elements about this book. However, I think because this is a kid's book, or a male grade book, it can be very harmful with a lot of things. And I don't know if that was appropriate back then. I mean, I don't think it was appropriate, but I don't know if it was like something people considered back then, when this was written like 100 years ago, or if it's just not aged well. Maybe it's the better way to say it. I don't know which one it is. So in this one, the things that I have struggles with is, I'm gonna kind of talk into like things that they do. So it's not massively spoiler free. It's gonna be a little bit of spoilers, but I'm not gonna go into detail about like overall stuff. This series is really character based, so you really meet the characters and move forward through that. I do really enjoy the characters in this, like I said. However, harmful things I'm going to talk about. First of which is a character named Mary Vance, and I don't know if we were supposed to like her or not. I don't think we were, but at the same time, she could be actually very harmful and very detrimental to the other children. She told such extreme lies, which I'm not going to say kids don't, but at the same time, she was like 13. She's not a child, like a little child. She's 13. So it's just not okay. But then also, she purposely would go out of her way and say things that would be hurtful to others. Not just lying about certain things, but she would be like this is the gossip that's going around town about you. And she'd always talk about the Meredith children, especially Faith, like this. And I really struggled with that because I felt like in some ways she was not corrected for her behavior, whereas the other extreme happened in this book, where the children who are the Meredith children and Anne's children decide to basically, because they've been considered such gossip-worthy children in this small town of Ingleside, they decide that they are going to do this good, what was it, good comeuppance hit club? I'm gonna have to check the name of that. I hated it. It was an awful club, and I don't remember. The Good Conduct Club. So in the Good Conduct Club, basically they would assume that they knew best about themselves because the Meredith children don't have a mother. And so, like, for example, if they were to, the Meredith children love playing in the graveyard right beside their house, and everyone is scandalized by it. So when they do that, they have to have a punishment. And their punishment is dictated by the children in the group. It is not an adult approved discipline measure. It is solely based on what the children think they need to do. And at a certain point in this book, one of the children passes out because of the punishment they had been given by the group. Another time, one of the children gets double pneumonia because of the punishment the children get in the group. And they decide that that child must have it. And I don't know if Anne's children are really participating in deciding those punishments, but the Meredith children are never really told, this club is bad for you, or you should not be doing this, because the parents actually, even though your father's absent-minded, he actually knows what's best for you in this situation. You should not be deciding for yourselves what to do. And so I just felt like that as a reading experience can be very harmful to someone who's in middle grade, and think that, yeah, if I don't have someone who's watching out for my behavior, I'm fully at license to starve myself for a day because I acted out, or I'm fully at license to do this. And basically extremely punish myself and wear the exact same socks every day for a week because of this. I was like, that one wasn't as harsh, but at the same time, I really struggled with that. Like, there were so many things I loved about this book. Like, we don't see a lot of Anne in this. We see her children and the Meredith children, and then the pastor, who is Reverend Meredith. And I really enjoyed, like, Reverend Meredith. I think he was just an interesting person, and I was glad that when he finally started snapping out and realizing he needs to be an actual parent, he did a really good job. But the kids were never, the audience was never told that this behavior was wrong. So even when a child literally has pneumonia, double pneumonia, from doing what they have required of him, the audience as the reader is never told that this club is actually harmful. And I can't, I don't know if I can be happy about that. I mean, a lot of this is impacted by my own career as an educator and someone who wants to help children. And if I saw children who were doing this, and many times, like, the children told their father, we're doing this because no one's raising us, and he did nothing except for be upset that, yeah, there was no mother in the picture. But no one ever told them, this is actually hurting your body. Like, this is actually a bad thing for you. And no one ever told them Mary Vance is not honest. No one ever told them these things. And I'm like, an adult needed to be present, especially when the adults were told about these events, or when these adults were told about these groups that they had formed. So I really struggle with that, because it was actually pretty it's something I would be very hesitant to pass this on to a middle grader without being like, by the way, what they do in here is not okay. If you are feeling like your behavior needs to be fixed because you feel like you've done something wrong, don't just judge yourself, and don't just talk to your parent. Figure out how to help yourself, improve on your behavior, but not punish yourself like these children have, because it truly was a punishment. It was nothing to help them improve. They decided for themselves. And so this one definitely gets a 3, which I'm really sad about. But yeah, I don't honestly know if I would pass any of the books in the like later half, at least up to this point, onto someone who's a middle grader, which, I mean, is kind of sad. But I also wanted to make note before I forget that this book does have the N-word in it. And as much as I'm like, well, Mary Vance was the one who said it, Elle Montgomery wrote the words. And a slur is a slur. And I get that it was like 1910 or whatever, 1914, 1923, sorry, 1923. But that's something you should know. A slur is a slur. And there is the N-word in here. And that's never even pointed out. The word darn is pointed out as an awful swear word, but I know it's the times, but anyways. I was a little mad about certain elements in this book. So, yeah, that was my reading for today. I basically I saw the Commonwealth Games are on. It's because I like watching or like listening to sports in the background. And then I ended up realizing I was watching like ping pong and badminton. So I think I'll go back to doing that. I'm fully invested and I'm fine with this. It's great. But yeah, otherwise I am starting to feel tired again, and I just need to maybe go to bed early tonight, which isn't great, but I'm okay with that if I need to physically take care of myself that way. Also, I did start Destination Unknown, which I realized as I started it, it's much more of a thriller than it is like a cozy mystery. So in this one, all I know is that a scientist has gone missing and his wife thinks he's been kidnapped. The back looks like it's about a woman who's pretending to be his wife, so it's a con artist thing. I think it's gonna be really great, but it does look like it's just a spy thriller as opposed to like a cozy mystery. And I love her spy thrillers, but I just wasn't in the right headspace to read a thriller as opposed to her normal cozy. So I put that down for a little bit, and then I unfortunately read Rainbow Valley, which I do need to finish because I will be reading Rilla of Ingleside, which I remember a lot better things about. Because, well, first of all, my cousin did a play on it, but also because it's about them as adults, and Rilla was not really engaged in that Rainbow Valley group because she was definitely younger. So I feel like it's gonna be a lot better than the other ones. So I'm gonna be having to read that one this month too. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do any more reading tonight, but I did finish the 2 books, or 2 of the 3 books I really wanted to. And I might try something else, but I also just might go to bed because the work week is upon us. I have 4 days of, I don't know what to expect, but that's okay. And I hope it will be a good week. So I need to at least prep myself to physically feel okay as best as possible. But yeah, anyways, I'll let you know if I do read anything else. But for now, also actually audiobook wise, I am listening to Jeremiah still. But then I also have the audiobook of The Murder of Mr. Wickham, which I was really sad not to finish last month, yesterday. But last month I was really sad I didn't finish it, so I might be putting the audiobook of that one back on if I have the brain power to actually pay attention, because it is a mystery and I don't want to not pay attention. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been reading, what I plan on reading. But unfortunately, this had a bit of a rant, and I'm very sorry about this. However, I did finish my book covered book club book. And then for an object in the title, I also read Noel Holmes and the Boy in Buttons. I don't remember if I talked about that earlier. If I did, I will cut out this part. But if I didn't, The Boy in the Buttons was good. It was just kind of really short. And I'm like, it was 20 pages. I get it. But basically, it's about Enola and one of her servants for her business that she runs as like a missing people thing. He goes missing, and that's just the 20-page story, and literally it's 20 pages. For me to actually truly to get anything out of it, I think I would have needed to have read 50 pages of that story for me to actually get that, because I thought it was a really interesting idea, but it was way too short. So 20 pages was not good enough. So I gave it 3 stars because the idea was there, but there's a reason I don't like short stories typically, because they're just not enough for me to get like wholehearted into. And to have a mystery in 20 pages is also a little short. So I've read the 3, all short books, excuse me. But yeah, not too bad for August 1st. But yes, I'm gonna now probably crash and watch some more of the Commonwealth Games. Whatever sport pops up, I'll be watching, I guess. I mean, it's nothing too mind-boggling. But yes, anyways, I'll check in hopefully tomorrow with more books read, or later tonight if I have read something. One last thing quickly of note too is that I'm going to be trying to do Brenna's bookish bingo this week, because I did want to do it this month, but I was just like, I don't know if I have the time. This week I do. So several of her prompts, one of them was a reread, which I know I've read Rainbow Valley before, so that counts as a reread. Then for one that has the letters B, E, R, and A in it, that's this book. It has so many letters on the cover. This one's also under 300 or under 100 pages, as is The Boy in Buttons. So both of those count. And then I also had several ones. So I'll put the card up here. And then I've gotten a bingo already. So I mean, I'm doubling up with a bunch of this, but I also have The Boy in Buttons. So I have the 3 that are kind of counting all over there, and it's going well so far. But I just want to make you know that, or let you know that I will be trying to complete that this week. As an extra thing on top of my TBR books. Hi, Tuesday afternoon. It's been a very strange day at work. I have a kid sleeping right over there. But I just want to pop in and say I've been reading Destination Unknown, which is very strange. I will be not taking a break today because of the strangeness of the day, but hopefully I can leave early. And if that's the case, great. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. I don't know. I'm enjoying Destination Unknown, though. It's very interesting so far. Definitely like Agatha Christie's thrillers. So it's giving me a video idea, actually. So yeah, I'll check in later, though. Just want to say I'm reading it, and it's good so far. Different, but good. I'm back from book club now. Consensus was it's not a good book and very sexist and pretentious. Yeah, not my thoughts, but that's okay. It was very good to just get together and talk. So next we're reading Precious Cargo, which is very different. So that'll be interesting. So anyways, I'm going to get back to my evening. Well, get back to what I was planning on doing. I need to clean up some stuff on the couch. But I also have been listening to Great Courses, the medieval one that I was listening to before. It's like from King Arthur to the Tudor era. So right now I am after King John, and I am in like daily life essentially before we move on to after King John. I don't know what else we will be doing, but it's really good. And I'm really enjoying that course and how much we've learned through it, or I have learned through it. So I'm going to put that back on, and that's, I think, what I've chosen now as my audiobook as just what I was in the mood for. So I'm going to listen and just spend my Wednesday night chilling, because tomorrow night's gonna be a bit more busy. And then yeah, I'm hoping I can get those books done that I planned on. I have not made progress on Destination Unknown today, but I also would like to do that after I get some stuff done and if I'm a bit more focused before I go to sleep. So yeah, there's that. Also, I slept like a total of 9 hours. I had a 2-hour nap after I got home yesterday, and then I woke up, had a bit of food, and then I went back to bed for another 7 hours. And I had about an hour nap on my lunch break, maybe 45 minutes. So I'm catching up on sleep, and that's all I've been doing because it's more important to me right now, and I'm feeling way better for it. So I will be doing some more reading though today and later, but I still need to do some more sleeping because it's not all perfect yet. So anyways, just wanted to say book club update. No one really liked the book. Which doesn't surprise me at all because they do not like classics typically. It is what it is. Hello, it is Thursday at work on my lunch break, and I don't know what I'm reading. So I brought this to work with me today, and I ended up reading this while I was with the kids at nap time, but I was being really sneaky about it. So I'm going to show you how I did it. So I'm on page 80. So I would like cover it like this while I was holding it. So it wouldn't get creeped out or get nightmares or anything from this face. So I was holding it like that. Anyways, I'm on page 80 of 190 and I don't know what's happening. Like genuinely. And I don't know if I can tell you what's happening. Genuinely. I don't know. This book is different. It's so different. And it is, wow. I love when Agatha Christie like just goes for something different. I just love her different books. And this is a different book. Completely different. Yeah, not a cozy by any standard. Basically in this one, there are two women who both have vibrant red hair. One is named Hillary and one is named Olive. And Olive's husband has gone missing. He's a brilliant scientist and she is going to find him in Morocco or help with the investigation from the government. However, her plane crashes in France. I believe it was in France. And then while she's there in hospital, because she barely survived the plane crash, but she's in the hospital, she's going to die. One of the government people who was following her and trying to observe her observes Hillary, who is also the same height, brilliant red hair, looks similar enough in certain ways that they are going to try to switch places. Hillary has a very horrible living goal, essentially. She wants to commit suicide and she is desperate to do it. And so this man offers her a way out. He says, you can commit suicide by becoming someone new, becoming Olive, because Olive Betterton is going to die no matter what. And they are trying to figure out what's going on with all of these missing scientists and people. So, enter the story. Hillary becomes Olive and Hillary does not know what she's getting into. We don't know what she's getting into. Literally, I read the last sentence or last section of chapter, whatever it is, chapter 8. And I'm just like, I have no idea where we're going now. The title is called Destination Unknown. And you're like, where are they going? I have a few suspicions. And one of my suspicions was just proved correct. So there's that. And then it's not a typical Christie, okay? It's not a typical Christie. But anyways, it's good. It's good. And I only have like 2.5 hours left of a story of medieval times, which I'm really enjoying. And I'm excited to continue on. We're into Henry V now. We're going to learn about that. So good times there. And yeah, I'm really loving what I'm intaking right now. And honestly, it's not a lot, but I'm okay with that. And it's only the 4th, but still, yeah. Very interesting stuff so far. Hi, so I just got home. I went swimming right after work, so I am wet and changed clothes. But I also found in my mailbox when I got home the Bookish Lily box, so I have unboxed it and I will be posting that very soon, so you can check that out. But I will give you a little sneak peek. It's a detective book, so you can keep your eye peeled for that bookishly unboxing. I have not finished Destination Unknown. I have 60 pages left, 55, and it's good. It's good. I love when Agatha Christie does something not her normal. I mean, I love the norm, but I also love the abnormal. And so this one is just, it's so different. And I am just really enjoying how it just, yeah, at the about, I don't know, 50% mark, I could figure out where we were going. Like that, like the whole idea of the book, but literally it took me to 50% to figure this out. So I'm happy with that. I am really happy with the whole story, the characters, and I am like, where are we gonna go? Because I don't know how, I know it's a general way, but I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna get there. and I don't know what's gonna happen to get to that point, or like, I don't know. So I'm excited to finish that tonight. Tonight is Big Brother, which I would like to take in and just like have as a time away from reading and a time away from any like little stresses. I'm not trying to fall behind. I'm trying to not fall behind on that show. That's the proper way to say that. And so I'm gonna put that on soon, and I would like to finish Destination Unknown while waiting for the commercials to end or whatever else. I also need to film probably this weekend my TBR, not TBR, but my wrap up for July. But maybe I can do it tonight if I have time. But I don't know if I will because of just how it will work with everything else, but maybe we will. We'll see. Anyways, big plans for tonight, but I'm definitely going to finish Destination Unknown because that is getting really good, and I could barely put it down to go back to work. I was so excited to figure out what was going on. So yeah, gonna be finishing that for sure. And I'll let you know what the rating is. But at this point, I'm thinking it's getting like a 4 or 5 star. It's definitely not getting a 3. Like, it's that high. So yeah, excited to see where it lands. Hello, I just finished Destination Unknown this morning. Well, 12:30-ish when I was in the nap room. I am helping out with the babies today instead of the big kids, which is my normal area now. I don't know if I ever clarified that on my channel, but I switched rooms. I was being babies for years, and then I moved to the big kid room. So I love the change, but I am helping out babies today, which is great. So I was able to finish off at Destination Unknown while with the babies, doing nap time, and it was very good. I really enjoyed the ending. I really liked the different twists in it. I definitely was wrong with my expectations that I had left, and I've been trying to wrestle with my star rating since the final rating, and I think it might be like, I don't know, maybe it is a 5. It was just so good in the way it kept me gripped on every single second, and I can't even tell you like why different things kept me so hooked, but I really loved how it all played out, and yeah, fantastic. I really enjoyed this one. So I think it's getting a 5 star. This is going to, I think, be added to the 5-star Agatha Christie's I have, which is good. I think that this is a good one, and I am really happy about it. So Destination Unknown is done. So I finished off my Christie 2021 or 2022 book, and I think I've done all my monthly projects then. Because, okay, this is gonna sound weird. Because I wanted to just be like a checklist person and be done all my reading challenges. And for the prompt for the Read Your Bookshelf challenge, which is to read a book with a body part in the title, I read Booby Trapped, and that's a chest area part. So I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna still try to read The Diamond Eye because I'm really excited for that one, but it counts, okay? So yes, I have completed all of the challenges I needed to for the month, which is exciting. I'm going to, sorry, I only slept like 4 hours again last night. This is not good. I was hoping to be out of that pattern. Anyways, so I'm hoping that this lunch break will be pretty relaxing. Nothing too big planned, but I might just read another ebook that I have because I didn't read my books today, but yeah, we'll see what I have left on my TBR to accomplish, and then go from there. It is Friday night, and I have an update for you. So I have done some reading, but I mentioned earlier that I finished this one. I'm just gonna pull my bookmark, Destination Unknown, and I have decided on 5 stars for this one, so it's really good, and the cover makes sense now. Mostly. The frogs I don't get. I get everything else. But I have also read The Silver Chair. I just sat down and read the whole thing. So I'm very happy about this one. This one was really good to reread and really fast to reread, and I really enjoy this one. Puddleglum is like my third favorite main character, I think. I think I'm gonna have to do rankings a video of my favorite Narnia characters after reading the whole series. Cause yeah, he's like up there. He's just so good, Puddleglum. Love him. So love this book. It's up there for one of my favorites. So I've gone over my TBR Clue and I have realized that I am doing pretty well. I need to figure out how to hold this without hurting my arms. So I have marked off my author P, like my random letter for author, which was the Clue book, which is by A.E. Parker. And then I have the Agatha Christie book, which was Destination Unknown. And then I had historical fiction, which I have read already, The Boy in Buttons, like Enola Holmes and The Boy in Buttons. And then that's 3. So I have also now put in the silver chair for the candlestick. I feel like it's a really important part of it. There's still the enlightening element, but also the big scene in this book also has something that's kind of relating to a candlestick. So I'm gonna count that. And then I have plans to also read Rilla of Ingleside tonight since it's like 8:45. And I'm gonna try to like prioritize that one and get through it. I would like to knock that one out, and that'll be my Colonel Mustard prompt. So if I do that one and knock off that second book for the day, or the third book for the day, I should say, I would only have mood read, because I was not in the mood to read Rainbow Valley when I read it, so it doesn't count. Mood read, the title N, and an arc. And I think that would be very achievable, especially if next week, if I can put an arc that's an N title and I have a mood read of an arc, I can easily finish off this by next week. So my goal is to finish off Rilla tonight and maybe figure out if I can do one of those tomorrow or if I can just have fun. I have a couple potentials for mood read. I have this Anne of Green Gables graphic novel retelling, and I also picked up this Secret Garden retelling as well. So I could do one of these. I'm in the mood for something quick and easy. I'm reading this tomorrow with Chris from Chris's Corner. I will link their channel down below. So this could be one as well. And this one does not work, I should say, for any of the other ones. The next one, this one works for arc, but I'm not reading the next one because we're not reading that one yet. So yeah, but wanted to say I finished another book, 2 books down for today, and I'm aiming for a third. I also made progress in The Murder of Mr. Wickham. You're probably sick and tired of me talking about it by now, but I'm now halfway through and I am getting back into that one. So that's my priority. I also have 2 hours left of the Medieval Life audiobook, and I'm gonna hopefully finish that one tomorrow as well, and that can also go towards this. And that author is also of the letter P, but that also could be a mood read because I've been really in the mood to listen to that audio lecture course. So that will probably be my audiobook or mood read book. So yes, really good things on the reading front today. And hopefully it's not done, but I'm gonna put on Rilla, or not put on, but open up my ebook of Rilla. And then that'll be my last book for the day if I do finish it. I will update you tomorrow though, so I can turn off the lights and get cozy while I do that. Good afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. I have actually had a really good morning. I slept till like 11:30 or 11 o'clock, which has never happened, or never happened. It hasn't happened in like 3 months, which I was so happy about. I turned off all my alarms in the hopes I would be able to do that. So I did. And then I was reading while watching the Commonwealth Games. Well, I was watching volleyball because very engaging. So I did that, and I have been steadily reading Rilla of Ingleside. I have about 40 pages left, and I am happily chugging along. This book is quite good compared to the other later books in the series, so that's good. I will be finishing off that one very soon. I'm gonna keep working on that one, and then I will start Enola Holmes book, the last book in the series, book 7. yeah, book 7. So there's that one I'm gonna finish off or read today, and then I will have to figure out my next one, the Outfit TBR Clue, and then I will check it out, but I'll let you know at that point. But I just wanted to say, yeah, it's been doing really well with Real of Ingleside. It's very engaging and is also very interesting as a World War I fiction set in Canada, like the perspective of the home front in Canada. And my cousin Megan has mentioned that, I think I mentioned in my TBR too, that that's one of the few Canadian World War I fiction books, and it is very interesting to read about that. So I am happy that it is going as well as I was expecting / hoping it would after the disappointments in the last few books. Hi, it is now 7 o'clock and I have a huge reading update for you. So last I checked in, I was reading Rilla of Ingleside, which I have now completed. This one is 5 stars. This one was very good and I liked how it ended up wrapping up the series, even though the last few books weren't as great. So great book. 5 stars. Then I read some of the Disappearance of Anne Frank, or not the Disappearance, the Betrayal of Anne Frank. Was enjoying that, but I was like, I'm not in the mood for this. So I picked up Anne of West Philly by Noel Weir. This one is a graphic novel and I really enjoyed it. So you can see there. This one was really good. I gave it 4 stars. I like this retelling of Anne, and I think it is one that people should check out if you want to read a graphic novel of, you know, Anne of Green Gables. I also have The Secret Garden by this author as well, so I'll be checking that one out. I also was like, I need to do more off of my TBR Clue list for this week because I'm going to head into ARCs next week. And for that one, I decided to go with, for the end title, because I'm not reading Narnia or anything like that until, like any more of those until after the live show. So I needed an end title. And I picked up from this big book of real murders. Goodness, this is really hard to hold. This one I picked up is called All at Once, No Alice, and it's by Cornell Woolrich. Now this book, it tells you a little bit about the story, a little bit about the film, and tells you the, like, how basically, or who was involved in the filmmaking. And the story was really good. So it's like, let's see if I can hold it up. So not short pages by any standard, but it was about 25 pages and really good. I really liked the storytelling. I'm giving it a 4 star. It's like really engaging, and I can see why it would turn out to be a really fantastic movie. So All at Once, No Alice, I'd highly recommend checking that one out. I'm intrigued to read more from this book now as well because of that. So I only have 2 prompts left on my TBR Clue. I have to read an ARC, which I will be doing next week, and I have to read this one, finish off the Count of Monte Cristo, which I was not going to binge through today. So I am very happy with my progress today. That puts me at 8 books so far this week. And I am very happy about all of that. So I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the night and just enjoy. I might read some more, I might do a count, but basically it's going well. I haven't finished up Brenna's Bookish Bingo. I have knocked off everything except for a second book in a series because Agatha Christie was 2 of those spots. And so here's my bingo card so far. And I just need to read a second book in a series, and I'll try doing that at some point this month. And if not, I have read a sequel, which was Rainbow Valley or Rilla of Ingleside, which, if that's okay, Berna, I'll count that and we can go there. So I could call my bingo card complete. And I think I'm just gonna call today a day unless I pop in tomorrow with a final reading update. So this will be the last you hear of me today, but it's been good, nice and really lazy day, and just what the doctor ordered for me, and I am very happy about it. So yeah, not a shabby week at all, and it's been nice to be back on the Naomi train. Anyways, I'm going to sign off now, and I'll do a little outro tomorrow. If I have anything else, I will mention it then. So it is after midnight on Sunday morning, I guess. After midnight on Saturday, however that works. And I just thought I would do my wrap up here. So I did finish a total of 8 books during this time. I have these 6, if I can all hold them up with one hand. Never mind, I'm gonna do it differently. So I have, so the first section I finished The Boy in, Enola Holmes and the Boy in Buttons by Nancy Springer, which is the little 6.5 novella, and that's the Enola Holmes series, which was a 3-star book. Then I also read earlier this week Booby Trapped by A.E. Parker, which is book number 6 in the Clue series. So I finished this one, and that one was a 4-star. I also finished off then Rainbow Valley by Elle Montgomery, and I gave this one 3 stars. I had my issues with it. You've heard them all already. Then yesterday, on I guess Friday, so 2 days ago, time is strange when you're in the middle of the night. Anyways, I finished Destination Unknown by Agatha Christie. This one getting a 5-star. It kept me really engaged, and I was really hooked the whole time. So I'm really glad I read this in the mood for a thriller and not in the mood for a cozy, because I was about to read it when I was not in the right headspace. So I'm glad I saved it for the right time. And then I also started and finished The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis, and I gave this one 5 stars. I love this one so much. I love Jill in this one. I love Puddleglum. Such a good cast of characters in this book. So good. And then today I have read Rilla of Ingleside, so I finished off the Anne of Green Gables series. It is now complete, so that is an amazing accomplishment. I feel really happy with myself. It's not normal I finish this series that big in a year, so yay me. Then I also read Anne of West Philly by Nicole Weir, which I mentioned already. Love this one. Gave it 4 stars. And then in this big bind up, I read All at Once, No Alice, and that was by, what's his name again? I have to find that. 1 second. So that's Cornell Woolrich. So that was my last one. I was looking for one with an N word in the title, and I found that one and really enjoyed it. So I'm interested to read more from Cornell Woolrich. 4 stars, definitely intriguing novella. On Goodreads, it says it's on Goodreads and Storygraph. They both have the same amount of pages, which is 50 pages. So it's not that long, and I think it was really interesting. It's about a woman and a man get married, and they get married in the middle of the night. And so when they're trying to go from hotel to hotel to find a place to stay, there's no hotel that can take them. And so eventually the man finds a room for his wife where only she can stay because it's so tiny. So he goes and manages to sleep at the YMCA that night. And when he gets back there, she's gone and no one knows that she was there. They're all acting as if she never existed. And he is like, I know I left my wife here. And they're all saying, she's never been here. You've never been here. We don't know who you are, what's going on. And so that's the mystery. It was really interesting and I really enjoyed it. And since I read that one, I want to focus on this, which is a dumb idea because I'm going to be doing my ARC vlog next week. And this book in itself is over 1,000 pages. So I don't know if I will have the time to do this. I might just try to keep reading this every once in a while and figure out how many stories are in here and then keep renewing this book until I have to return it. We'll see. But very interesting how this book is related to movies that have come out. So yes, very good. And I had a really good reading week, really good books. And if I had problems, it's okay. Think that happens. And I think for the most part, I enjoyed myself. I did start this one here, Enola and Holmes in the Black Barouche. I got to page 78, page 71. So page 71 in here is good. I'm enjoying it. So I will be continuing on with this one. And this is the most recent published one. The next one that's going to be published is being published in September. So I have the arc of that, but I will not be reading it till September with Chris when they're able to get their hands on a copy because they don't have the arc. So we're going to be finishing off the series as well. So that's really exciting too. So yes, good, successful reading week. And I'm very happy with all of the books that I have accomplished in this week. This is feeling more like normal me. And I was thinking about it and thinking that I feel like it's because I'm feeling a bit more settled. No more stress. Like, not no more stress, but like the stress is feeling a bit more predictable now, and I feel like I know how to approach it. So I don't feel so thrown out of routine and rhythm. And the books are definitely helping now that I'm able to predict my life a bit more and read and feel comfortable doing that. So yeah, this is now back to good old Naomi who can read 9 books in a week. This was 8, and if I had finished this one, it would have been 9, but I just didn't have the desire to finish it all tonight, and that's okay. I just was like, I've already finished 8 books in a week. I don't need to do an extra book this week, and I'll be okay with that. So I'm going to finish this one tomorrow, though, as we are reading it for the Final Book Support Group, which in that I have finished a series in Real of Ingleside, which I didn't even realize until just now saying it. I finished a series. I also finished the book before that, and I am pretty happy with everything that's involved. So it's been a good weekend. So yes, please let me know down below how your reading has gone for the first week of August. If you're doing the Final Book Support Group, and if you're reading any good next books in a series or finishing up a series this weekend, love to hear about that down below in the comments. As always, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I would love to have you stick around and join me next week, my next arc week. As I'm trying to speak, it's not coming out, so maybe I should go to bed, but I was trying to say, next week, I'm doing an arc vlog. So I will be reading Enola Holmes and The Count of Monte Cristo, as I need to finish that one, but I will be reading these books that are only arcs for the most part. So I am excited to read a bunch of arcs for next week's vlog, and hopefully I can knock off a bunch of my October reading priorities. So that's my plan. I hope that you'll join me for that and see what I have picked out for that time. So yes, I'll see you there hopefully, or even before. Bye for now.